Hi, this is Alice from AliceHendon.com, Alice Hendon Art Tangleology. Today I'm going to show you how to draw a tangle pattern that I developed a while back called 5 Petals. I have this little book that I got from Handbook Journals. It's a square book probably about 5 inches by 5 inches. And in this book I keep all of my original tangle patterns that I've designed over the past couple years. It's an easy, handy reference for me, and when I get ready to put a new book together, this is a good place for me to just flip through and see what I've already included in a book, or see if I'm looking for something specific. Like right now I'm working on a steampunk book, and I can go through here and find my steampunk patterns. Like this one here, Seawall, will probably go in that book somewhere. But I do a lot of organic things too, and today the pattern I want to show you is 5 Petals that I can see was in the planner that I put out last year, and that's what we're going to work on right now is 5 Petals. Super easy pattern to do. Doesn't have a lot of steps to it. It begins with an oval. You can fill that oval a couple different ways. I'm going to use tipple in this one today. Sometimes I use Prontoms, which is another good filler for stuff like this. Actually, Prontoms is a great filler for everything. I use it in just about every piece of art I do in some manner. But just fill this oval up. Typically I wouldn't make it this big, but I'm making it large so you can see it. But fill that oval up with some tipple or Prontom, whatever you want to use. And then remember, it's called 5 Petals, so I put 5 petals on it. I usually start at the top because it helps me be able to figure out the width of and be sure I have enough room to fit all 5 in there. And remember, just rotate your tile as you need to. Usually I get 3 up there like that, 1 straight up, and then 2 off to the sides like little V's almost. And then I know that I've got room to fit 2 more petals down here. Don't worry if your petals are not all the same size. It really doesn't make a bit of difference. I mean, if you in nature, all your petals aren't going to be the same size in every one of those flowers, so don't worry about that. Very loose right there. My tipple middle, my 5 petals going around it. And then I'm going to aura the petals. It doesn't matter where you start. I typically go to the left, and I put two auras, and I go down to a point right at the bottom of that petal line. Don't worry if you go up more than halfway over in that little space you've got. It really doesn't matter. This is a real forgiving tangle. Okay, so now I have the 2 auras on the left side of each petal. Now I'm going to do the right side of each petal. And you're going to notice that I don't have a lot of space there, and that is okay. So what I'm going to do is it's going to more or less go behind the auras from the left side of the petal next to it. And I just keep going till I have all 5 of my little petals auraed. Or in this case, big petals, because I used a big tile. Okay, so there's my 5 petals that have the auras on them. From there, I'm going to put some little, I'm not real up on flower terminology. I think these are called stamen. What would have little places for nectar for the little honeybees to sit on and suck out the good stuff. 2 or 3, depends on how much room you've got and how you want to do it. So there's my basic 5 petals. From here, I didn't think this through real well. I don't have my chart out. Let me grab it real quick. To shade this, I'm going to go right around the inside of the place with a tipple with a pencil. Then I'm going to take my very well used torch, because it works great, so I don't want to break in a new one, and just go around. Some people do it in little circly motions. I just kind of go smooth it out until it's smooth. And then I like to shade the bottom of the auras. You can see this is an easy tangle that doesn't take a lot of time. If you like to do gardens, this is a great pattern for that. If you're doing greeting cards, something like that, birthday, happy anniversary, get well, this is a great tangle to use for stuff like that as well. And if I wanted to, I could extend my shading up inside these petals just a little bit, just to give it a little bit more depth, which is basically what shading does anyway. It gives you dimension and depth in your artwork. And that's where that little circly, swirly motion with shading comes in very well, comes in handy. If I wanted to, I'm going to keep this black and white, but if I wanted to add some color to it, I could totally do that. But there you go, that is 5 petals, super easy to do. You could do a whole group of those with some zingers and some fescue coming out of there, and it would look really cool. You could do some leaves if you wanted to or not, or just have a whole patch of these. But that's 5 petals. I hope that you will use this and incorporate it into some of your drawing. And if you do, I'd love to see it. You can reach me at AliceHendon, HENDON.com, and on Facebook at Tangle All Around. Thank you.